Michigan is a state steeped in history, but beneath its scenic beauty and charming towns lies a darker, more mysterious side. From ghostly sightings to sinister secrets buried in forgotten mansions and hotels, the haunted corners of Michigan are not for the faint of heart. Stay tuned as I will break down the most haunted places in Michigan, and believe me when I say this, some will surprise you. The long-awaited Part 5 is here, Haunted Places in Michigan. If you're new here, I've linked the other 4 parts of this series in the description, as well as a video about Michigan legends. I will be tackling 5 extremely haunted places in Michigan that I have never talked about before, from hotels and mansions to attractions right here in Metro Detroit. So without further ado, let's dive right into it, shall we? Finding our way in northern Michigan with number 1, we have the one and only Doherty Hotel, which was built in 1924 in Clare, Michigan. It stands as a beacon of history, but within its grand halls, a chilling tale of violence and hauntings continues to send shivers down the spines of visitors. In 1938, the hotel became the site of a murder that left a permanent mark on its reputation. Isaiah LeBove, a lawyer with deep connections to the notorious Purple Gang, met a violent end in the Doherty's bar when his cousin and business associate, Jack Livingston, shot him dead in a fit of rage. The murder wasn't just any ordinary crime. It was tied to the dangerous underworld of mobsters, Prohibition-era deals, and brewing tensions within the criminal underbelly of Michigan. As the years passed, the story of the LeBove's murder evolved into something so much darker. Visitors who stayed in the room near LeBove died reported unsettling experiences, cold drafts brushing against their skin, the faint sound of gunshots in the night, and inexplicable whispers coming from empty hallways. Many who have stayed in or near the bar where the murder occurred claim they feel a heavy, oppressive presence, as though someone or something is watching them. Hotel staff frequently report seeing shadowy figures flicker at the corners of their vision, and lights have been known to turn on and off by themselves without any explanation whatsoever. One of the most terrifying encounters was experienced by a guest who checked into the hotel late one winter evening. As she was lying in bed, drifting off to sleep, she suddenly awoke to the feeling of someone sitting on the edge of her bed. The room was dim, illuminated only by the soft glow of the bedside lamp, but when she looked toward the foot of the bed, she saw the unmistakable outline of a man sitting quietly. As she blinked, completely startled, the figure slowly faded from her view, leaving her heart pounding in just crazy terror. The next morning, when she recounted the experience to the staff, they merely nodded. Her story was just one of many. The Doherty Hotel has stood the test of time, but its walls seem to hold on to memories of its dark past. For those who believe in the supernatural, Isaiah LeBove's restless spirit may still roam the halls, unable to move on from the place where his life was so violently cut short. Visitors continue to flock to the hotel, drawn not by its history, but by the possibility of experiencing the paranormal for themselves. Jumping up to the Upper Peninsula for this one, we have number 2, and we have the Landmark Inn in Marquette, Michigan. It's not just known for its historic elegance, but also for the ghostly presence that haunts its halls. One of the most famous spirits said to reside there is known as Lily, a heartbroken woman who met a tragic end in the early 1900s. Lily was said to be a young woman waiting for her lover, a sailor who just never returned from a voyage on Lake Superior. Heartbroken, overcome with grief, Lily is believed to have taken her own life in the hotel, and ever since, her spirit has lingered. Guests and staff alike have reported eerie experiences, particularly on the 6th floor where Lily is said to reside. Visitors often hear soft weeping or the faint sound of footsteps pacing back and forth. Some have even seen the outline of a woman dressed in white gazing out the window toward Lake Superior, as if still waiting for her lover's return. The chill in the air and sudden cold spots are commonly felt, leaving many believe that Lily's presence remains tied to the hotel. The landmark inn's rich history, paired with these paranormal encounters, has solidified its reputation as one of Michigan's most haunted locations. Many guests visit not just for the beautiful views and historical charm, but for the chance to get a glimpse of Lily or experience her ghostly presence. Shifting gears to haunted place number 3, and that's the Governor Warner Mansion in Farmington, Michigan. It's this beautiful Victorian home with a dark, mysterious past to it. Built in the 1860s, the mansion was home to Michigan's 26th governor, Fred Warner, and his family. Over the years, the mansion has become known not only for its historical significance, but also for its paranormal activity. Many people believe that the spirits of the governor, his wife, and their children have never truly left the home. The mansion has been preserved as a museum, but the spirits of its former residents seem to have never truly moved on. Paranormal activity has been frequently reported, with many claiming the mansion is haunted by the Warner family themselves. One of the most common sightings is of a woman in Victorian clothing, believed to be Governor Warner's wife, who has been spotted wandering the mansion's halls. Guests and staff have seen her looking out windows or standing quietly in various rooms as if she is still tending to her duties as the lady of the house. In addition to these sightings, doors are known to slam shut for no apparent reason, and strange, cold drafts seems to move throughout the house even in the summer months too. Some visitors have reported hearing disembodied voices and laughter coming from empty rooms, while others have felt this sudden, unexplained cold spot. The second floor of the mansion is said to be particularly active. Several people have claimed to hear the sound of children playing despite the mansion being empty. The Warner children, who grew up in the house, are believed to still roam the upper floors. Some have even seen shadowy figures darting out of sight, adding to the mansion's eerie atmosphere. These hauntings have made the Governor Warner Mansion a local attraction for ghost hunters and history enthusiasts alike, all eager to catch a glimpse of the Warner family's lingering spirits. Considered to be one of the most haunted places in Michigan, we have number 4, the Bruce Mansion in Burnside Township, Michigan. A striking yet eerie Victorian mansion that has long been rumored to be one of the most haunted places in the state. Built in the late 1800s, the mansion was home to wealthy businessman William Bruce and his family. However, tragedy and death have stained its history, giving rise to countless ghost stories and paranormal encounters. Over the years, the mansion has been abandoned and changed hands so many times, but it is the unexplained events that continue to captivate visitors. Locals have long believed that the Bruce family never truly left the mansion. Visitors have reported ghostly figures and strange noises coming from the house's empty rooms. One of the most chilling tales involves the spirit of a man seen standing near the mansion's windows, watching people pass by with this cold, unsettling gaze. Some believe this to be William Bruce himself, eternally guarding this home. Inside, visitors have heard disembodied voices, doors slamming on their own, and footsteps echoing throughout the halls when no one else is present. The mansion's basement is said to be particularly active, with rumors of dark rituals having taken place there, amplifying the already ominous energy of the property. The Bruce Mansion's reputation has drawn paranormal investigators from all over the country, all eager to experience the unsettling atmosphere that surrounds the property. Whether it's the mysterious deaths associated with the mansion or the sinister energy that seems to pervade its walls, the Bruce Mansion remains a chilling and fascinating place for those brave enough to explore its haunted history. These chilling details add to the Bruce Mansion's mystery, making it one of Michigan's most notoriously haunted locations, with a history filled with tragedy, mystery, and lingering spirits. Moving over to haunted place number 5 on this list, Fort Wayne in Detroit, Michigan. It's more than a relic of military history. It's a place where the echoes of the past seem to come alive in the most unsettling ways possible. Constructed in the 1840s to guard against British invasion, the fort never saw a battle, yet its walls have borne witness to countless stories of tragedy, death, and despair. As soldiers came and went, many never truly left, and their restless spirits are said to roam the grounds to this day. Visitors often report hearing the sound of ghostly footsteps echoing through the old barracks even when no one is around. Muffled voices, as if in conversation, can be heard coming from the empty corridors too. Some have even claimed to see shadowy figures moving in the distance, only for them to vanish that moment that they are approached. The most chilling tales come from those who visit at night, when the fort's dimly lit halls seem to come alive with the presence of the past. Cold spots appear suddenly, sending shivers down the spines of those who dare to walk through the gates after dark. But perhaps the most unnerving part of Fort Wayne is the connection to the Native American burial mound on the property. The ancient site has long been considered sacred, and many believe that disturbing it has awakened spirits who now haunt the fort. Visitors have reported a profound sense of unease near the mound, with some even claiming to hear drumming or chanting in the distance. Whether it's the lingering energy of the soldiers or the spirits of those long forgotten, Fort Wayne remains a place where the past is never quite at rest. The hauntings of Fort Wayne are as diverse as its history, with specific stories emerging from different areas of the fort. One of the most haunted spots is the old officers' quarters, where many visitors and paranormal investigators have experienced strange phenomena. Reports include the sensation of being watched, unexplained cold drafts, and doors opening and closing on their own. Some have even said shadowy figures were standing behind them or in the windows and moving swiftly throughout the rooms, only to disappear when approached again. Disembodied voices, sometimes whispers, sometimes urgent cries, have also been heard echoing through these empty corridors, leaving visitors with a sense of dread. The fort's tunnel system, which was once used for transporting supplies and moving troops, is another hotspot for paranormal activity. Many who venture into the halls describe hearing footsteps following them, yet when they turn around, no one is there. Some have claimed to feel unseen hands brushing against their skin or tugging on their clothing. The dark, narrow passages really intensify the feeling of being pursued by something unseen. Many who enter report a palpable sense of fear. Paranormal investigators have captured strange electronic voice phenomena on EVPs in the tunnels, further fueling the belief that Fort Wayne's haunted past is alive and very much active. The fort's eerie atmosphere, combined with these specific hauntings, has made it a popular destination for ghost hunters and thrill seekers, but the lingering spirits ensure that those who visit Fort Wayne never quite leave the same as they entered. For those of you that have lived, vacationed, or passed through the state of Michigan, what other mysteries, legends, and haunted places do you know of? Drop them in the comments below. Also, click the link in the description to binge watch my Haunted Places in Michigan series if you haven't already. If you're not too scared to move to Michigan, I help people all over the world move to, within, and out of the state, and I absolutely love it. So if you ever need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to be a go-to resource for you. Till next time.